All right, just gonna film a daily recap today, considering I did not take a trade. And the reason I wanted to film a daily recap today to go over price action is because um, there was a potential entry for me, but I have not backtested this kind of, I guess you can call it a version of like an SMT, and I'll go over what I mean by that. So this was a textbook entry had we inversed the 30-minute on ES, but we did not. The daily is very choppy. The weekly looks like total dog shit. But the one thing I'll say about the daily is we came and we swept some lows, and this is a protected low here. Um, the 4 hour looks even nicer with the sweep because then we inversed a 4 hour fair value gap, and now we're respecting this 4 hour bullish fair value gap. So like clearly in bullish structure. So I wanted buys, and then off of this 4 hour, there was this hourly candle we could have inversed, but we didn't. And I was okay with getting in because we were respecting this 4 hour. I didn't care too much if we didn't inverse the hourly as long as we inversed the 30-minute right here, which we did not end up doing. Now here's where the SMT comes into play. Number one, we had an SMT just with the low because we had swept the low on NQ. But then also there's quote unquote an SMT on NQ because NQ inversed its 30-minute fair value gap. Right, so on NQ I would have been in this trade for sure. So that's the question I have to ask myself is, I looked at NQ for the low getting swept. I wanted to see that. I probably still would have entered regardless, but that gave me extra confluence. So, but as far as NQ inversing a candle, ES not doing that, I haven't backtested for that. I don't know how great of a, I would assume it holds the same weight as a normal SMT, like with sweeping a low or sweeping a high. But I haven't backtested for it, so I didn't even bother looking for that. But that is what ended up happening. So it's something I want to note, maybe for next time, or if I see it happen again, or in a third time, and it's like, okay, now I'm willing to enter off of something like that. If ES doesn't give it to me, but NQ does, cool. I'll enter regardless in the future. Maybe we'll see. I'd like to get a little bit more data on that, but it's something interesting, and I wanted to note that. Also, we obviously haven't hit my final TP yet, so who knows how this trade actually ends up playing out, but it's looking pretty healthy right now. It's not like NQ has taken this high or anything, so we don't have an SMT that would come into play yet. It would just be if we wanted to, for whatever reason, respect this as resistance and come back down to my entry. I mean, at this point, it's hard not for me not to be break even. So I'd be break even at this point. I try not to break even too early on ES. This definitely would not be breaking even early, that's for sure. But yeah, hypothetical because I did not enter. But that was the setup today.